Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Salam alaikum. I am honored to be in the presence of Muslims and those of other faiths from across the world here in London today. I would like to thank the organizers, sponsors, and the Islam Channel for inviting me here to speak. I'd like to make an announcement that you have been robbed. Yes, you heard me right. You have been robbed and you weren't even aware of it happening. Now don't go checking in your pockets because what has been stolen from you is too precious to be carried in your pockets. The scene of the crime is our minds and our souls. The thieves did not discriminate. They took this priceless gem from each of us, regardless of our age, race, or religion. And that's not the worst of it. Since this theft happened because we stopped valuing the priceless gem, what is the priceless gem that has been taken away from us all so unjustly? Well, in Bengali, you call it Shanman, Gujarati, Adair, Urdu, Arabic, Ihtiram, and in Somali, you call it Sharaf. It's respect. Whether it's in the name of freedom, culture, religion, politics, or even family, respect is a rare gem that everyone wants to claim as their own and put on display, but its beauty is rarely shared and never freely shared. In the name of free speech, we have seen slander and insult leveled only against our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family, but also against the previous prophets like Jesus and Moses, peace be upon them. The insult that Muslim Ummah felt in response to cartoons published in a Danish newspaper depicting our prophet, peace be upon him, as a terrorist, rocked the world. And to add injury to insult, or insult to injury, there has been yet another publication that time slandered the wife of Prophet, peace be upon him. And what is our reaction? Instead of engaging in any mindful dialogue, we become vengeful in the name of Islam, and as a result, we have seen terrible acts of violence, revenge, and desecration that are in themselves an insult to the Sunnah, the way of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. In the name of upholding the family's respect, we have seen young women brutally murdered in so-called honored crimes. We see parents demanding respect from their children whilst violating the rights and forcing them to marry partners that have no desire to marry. We see our youth disrespecting their parents and themselves by engaging in drug taking, binge drinking, fornication, and the latest craze, knife crimes. Islam abolished slavery many centuries ago, but today we see the rise of slave labor partly as a result of globalization. The detention without trial of our brothers and even sisters like Dr. Afia Siddiqui, without any respect for their well-being, has replaced the Geneva Convention as the legal norm. And don't even get me started on the paradox of torturing incarcerated fellow human beings, all in the name of protecting liberty. I am still haunted by the pictures that came out of Abu Ghraib, Afghanistan, and Guantanamo Bay. I am sure many of you feel the same way. Human rights are to be respected unless you are a sister who decides to wear the hijab. It is not just about how we treat our fellow man or women or child, but we are also failing in our treatment of God's creation. Climate change is a result of our disrespect for the environment that Allah has loaned to the humanity, and to change us with charging and acting after it. In each of these cases, it is our lack of respect for God's creation, be that a man, woman, child, our environment, or even our own selves, that are leading humanity down the destruction path. The generous spirit of respect and understanding the Islamic world was renowned for has been destroyed, replaced by the hollow use of the word respect, to further erode any unity that we have amongst each other or peace without people of our other faiths. Respect should be inherited when dealing with each other, but how far has humanity fallen? Ourselves as Muslims included. It's funny how people are free to insult our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but if one even thinks of questioning events around the Holocaust, they can be extradited and put on trial. It's equally bemusing that we talk about how Islam came to unify people, but we don't want our children to marry a Muslim of another race.